reset the router, mix me up a drink. It's two-part. What I was saying, we'll let some people get here first while I mix this drink up. Anybody else use Mio? I'm gonna get Mio to sponsor Roughneck Real Estate. It's the only reason I'm here. I'm not really keto because me and Emery ate 77 pounds of popcorn last night while watching The Lion King. But get you some Bushi salt. I prefer Old Thompson, the pink shit from Pakistan. You have to keep from getting headaches when you're keto. So I'll show this to you. Okay? We'll show you what we ran into. What I was saying before the internet so rudely interrupted, this is a creek. Even though it really doesn't have water, but the flood zone cuts across the property like that. So when you have that, you have to, basically we got a quote for a flood insurance policy. It's going to be like 20 grand a year, something stupid. And so then you order a survey company to go out. So what they do is, I don't know what the actual ground sea level is, but, say this is the 100-year floodplain or 500-year floodplain or wherever they draw the line at, that's going to be at a certain level of sea level. So say I'm just using these numbers because I know that Lake Limestone, when it's full, is at 363 foot sea level. Okay. So that what they'll do is they'll go out with a little stake and they'll say, all right, this is 363 foot here, but this one's 361. It's in the floodplain. And so they'll map that line where that sea level is, and whatever buildings are in there are affected. They're effectively in the floodplain. So those are the only buildings that you'll need flood insurance on. When you're dealing with an 8-cap investment, I did the math for you. Every dollar saved or every dollar earned is $12.50 in value on an 8-cap appraisal. Okay. So we bought this property. It's doing $16,000 a month. It's now doing $21,000 a month. It's got an office that's not being utilized that can be a 1-bedroom, 1-bath unit. That 1-bedroom, 1-bath unit will bring in $725 a month. It will take less than $15,000 to make that unit exist. So let's just do the math on this. At an 8-cap investment, 725 times 12 equals $8,700 a year. You're going to add marginal expenses. That we pay the water bill, so there'll be a little bit more water. But other than that, there's not going to be a lot. So, say just pretend like we didn't add any expenses. You divide that by 0.08, and that's $108,000 of value you can add by making the office another unit. Okay, so we're going to make the office another unit. There's an additional. There's a mobile home out there, double wide, kind of looks like a cabin. It's going to take about 30 grand to get it going. That one's going to rent for $1,250 a month. $1,250 times 12 is $15,000 a year, divided by 0.08. It's $187,000 a year in value. So just in these two improvements, we're going to spend, where's my marker? We're going to spend $45K. We're going to add 180 and 108. So I'm going to add this up plus 108, 123, 200. So we're going to spend $45K, and we're going to get $295 in value. Okay. What's the other way that we can make money? So every dollar earned equals $12.50 in value. So if we save money, we can also do that. Remember, this 4 acres right here, it's got a shape like this, is on a different tract of land. Okay. When they went out to do the appraisal, they were going to encumber, in other words, they were going to do a loan and include the 4 acres of land. When we got the appraisal back, it didn't give any value, $0 in value for the additional land, because the land isn't producing any income. Does it have value? Yes. Could we sell it for something? Yes. But the appraiser didn't give us any extra value. But what did he do? He included the taxes for that land on the appraisal. So he's not giving us any credit for the land as being worth $500,000-$600,000 like it is, but he's going to dock us for the taxes on the land. So we had a simple conversation. I'm going to erase all this confusing shit. We had a simple conversation with the lender. We've been in this loan process for probably 2 months at this point in time. It's one broker, but one loan product we got turned down on, so they swapped us to another loan product we got approved for, and we're going through the underwriting. But what happened was we knew we had to pay $300,000 at the end of this month, and so we hit the easy button. We went under contract for a sale, and then that person tried to leverage that pending loan against us. So they basically said, hey, we can't close on time when the end of the 14 days. At this point, we knew we were approved for this other loan product. So we're like, hey, no, it's whatever. We went and raised $1 million. Raised $1 million as a bridge loan so we can get the $1 million loan on the property. We're already approved for a $1.1 million loan, apartments only. Okay. So we had a conversation with the lender and we said, all right, we got 4 acres here. We got the apartments over here. All right. These are the apartments on this land. This 4 acres is kind of shaped a little funny. Anyways, this is apartments. This is land. We said, lender, on that appraisal, we're not getting any credit for this land. 0 credits. 0. None. But the taxes on the land, and this land, I mean, it's on the tax roll for an astronomical amount of money, but we disputed it and got it down. But we'll get to that in a second. But we said, hey, look, here's the deal. Y'all are only giving any value to the apartments. What if we break the land out? Get those taxes off of that appraisal. Also, we disputed our taxes. We were paying $48,000 a year in taxes. We're now paying $21,000 a year. Remember, $1 equals $12.50 of value. So every dollar earned equals $12.50 in value. Just on the lowering of the taxes alone. Okay. So $48K, I think, is what we used to pay. Minus $21,000, $27,000. 27,000 divided by 0.08, $337,000 price swing. Just in getting our taxes lowered. You cut the land out. This land carries a tax burden. I don't know how many thousands of dollars a year, but you cut it out, and you're only going to cover the apartment. This 21,000 is going to go down even further. I think it's probably going to be down around 14,000. Okay, and just like that, we swung the value of the price. And I didn't realize until we got started that our taxes were so high. I thought they were around $40,000 when I originally did the math. I've since been corrected that we were paying $48,000 a year in taxes. So essentially, we're not getting a loan against the land, so we'll own the land free and clear. The apartments will have a lien against them for $1.1 million. The appraisal at the $21K a month that we're at, even though we're going to be at $24K a month, once the apartments are completely stabilized and all the rehab is done, the apartments at 2.1 we had, with the higher taxes and everything, we had a $1.3 million appraisal on them. Just the apartments, not including the land. So that appraisal is going to go up. It's going to go up about $300,000. They called the appraiser. They said, "Hey, make these adjustments." Just like that, boom, the value is going up $300,000 in one move. That's the power of commercial real estate. So we'll have a $1.6 million apartment only appraisal, and this is all gibberish to most of you. We're going to encumber the property 1.1 million, which basically pulls all of our money back out of it, because then we'll have the land free and clear. And our local bank here said they would give us a credit line against the land, 70% LTV credit line against the land. So as soon as we get this loan closed on the apartments, we got the land free and clear. We'll go get our credit line with the bank, and that credit line might be $200,000 or $300,000. But the point will be, we'll be able to take that credit line out at like 5% interest, go buy an entire property, get it situated, refinance it, pay off the credit line, go buy another entire property, and do it over and over again. This land will basically be a hard money loan. I'll call it a hard money loan slinky for us the rest of the time. And 5 days ago, this asset was sold to somebody else for $1.1 million, and we were going to keep the land. And that's how we knew we were going to get the credit line against it. And just like that, it swung. They came back and they wanted to renegotiate, and we already had been approved for this loan product. Because anytime you're doing something big like this, you want to have multiple exit strategies. So we took the sell because we thought it was the easy button. We thought, man, it'll put money in the bank. Once we have money in the bank, we'll be more lendable. We're selling off 2 of our mobile home parks right now because they just don't serve the purpose for us that we needed them to. One of them pays us about $1,900 a month. The other one, we break even on it every month. It's just not a cash flow, but they both distract the fuck out of our office staff. They're always having to lease. They're always having to deal with bullshit there. So we're getting rid of them because they're taking way too many man hours to manage. Liquidating those, that's going to put $150,000 in the bank. There's Cody Creamer calling. I'll get back with him. This right here was going to put another couple of $100,000. I think it was going to be like $250,000 in the bank. So we're going to have, a large sum of money in the bank. So whenever we go to other lenders and say, hey, we want to do business, we were going to look a lot better on paper. Instead, the people came to us. They wanted to renegotiate. We didn't renegotiate. We went and raised $1 million in private capital on 7 phone calls. Got a bridge loan until this $1.1 million loan can go through. We got a bridge loan of $900,000. And here we are sitting here. Just got the news from the lender. Jacob just walked in, had a conversation with me, and now I'm sharing that news with you that we are getting credit for the lower taxes. We are getting the land separated out because we've owned it more than a year. All of these good things happened today, like 5 minutes ago. Just found this out, and our appraisal is going up to $1.6 million because of the lower tax costs that are going to be on the appraisal. So I don't know if that's a mic drop moment. I don't really care. What I do care about is this has been very difficult. It's been very stressful. It's been anything but easy or breezy or any of those things. Maybe we took on more than we should have. Maybe we didn't. I don't really know. The point is that we're still here. We're still buying properties. We're still managing properties. We're having a fucking shitty ass time leasing properties, Whitley. Look, Whitley over here. She's looking at me like we're crazy because this has been, Whitley, come here. Come talk to the people. Tell them how many people we're evicting right now. We got a whole board like this turned sideways with evictions on it.
A lot.
What's a lot?
We started at 25 and now we're down to like 13.
So out of 25, did we get the other 12 to pay, or they were just already gone?
Most of them were left. The other, I don't remember how many paid.
You don't remember? You don't have any idea about how many paid? Out of 25 that we started with, did we get 10 to pay?
Yes, probably.
We did get 10 to pay?
Yeah.
So we started out this month with 25 evictions. And Emory ain't being no help at all. But anyways, so these summer months, this summer was our first summer with a substantial amount of rentals, and with a 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, we got Whitley, Robin, Ashley, DJ, Diana, and Jacob sitting here full time, working to solve these problems, and it's been a very, 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 very difficult and trying time. So, sharing this with all 4 of y'all that came back, I appreciate it. This is something that was very interesting to me, very good news. We got to get this loan across the finish line, of course, but we're this much more close to having it done, hopefully. But it doesn't matter because, I'm just happy that we didn't sell this asset, that they did back out, because now, I mean, we're winning, and we're winning in a big way. So I'll see y'all.